Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Instead, so he has himself Courteous Shard, he has himself Longsword and Boots, so this is just lane domination now from ZDZ. When we'll be getting a wave crash in though with this wave, so he'll get himself back to steel caps and maybe some longswords as well, so he'll be a lot more happy after this early lane actually.
Yeah, nice trade there. Mana, when takes a slice and a W to come on through, pops the Dominus as well, now roaming down towards the river, but here comes Leon, and ZDZ may be forced to flash forwards himself, gets over the wall, Javelin Toss goes wide, there's the heightened senses, ZDZ vaulting away, Leon goes down the slow, under the tower they go, they can still look to dive this, but it's really dicey, and that's no pun intended, still get the kill, despite running an absolute marathon.
And ZDZ, Shiv, you can't stop pushing the wave either. Luckily you're not at that point right now, it's a problem with Tristana too, where she levels up the explosive shot and things going to go badly after that point, but what are you doing, ZDZ? You're just putting yourself into a terrible vault position again, positioning poorly, goes down for the effort.
Easy as you like. Wink is there as well, and he comes in with the assist. A second kill for one. Subs in for YSKM, has a little bit of jungle attention despite the early laning woes, and now find themselves with a significant lead. All the while Cryan having to back away in the mid lane as Crisp comes for a gank. You'll see that it was a grub nabbed as well.
I've walked back so quickly. And, you know, credit for them for doing that, but god, it was so unfun to see for a little while. Spear is going to stop Xiao, who's recall. Can they dive with this? They have Cryan's ult coming up just now. He's teleporting. Wow, flash charm.
He misses the Javelin Toss, though. You knew exactly where he's walking. He gets to tether under the tower. Oh, no. It's a 1-for-1, but that one's a bit ugly.
Oh, Leanne, buddy, charm makes people not stunned. It makes them walk towards the person who's charmed them. Misses out on the spear. Awkward moment. Xiao, who does go down, but it is a 1-for-1, which they didn't expect. Light almost taking this full outer turret. Would be nice for him to get that one. Chris flies in to save the day. Does get the entire turret here, so Light at least pushing up on the annoying right now. But what happens if Wink manages to catch him in a flash combo? Chance of him dying straight up, but still buys his team enough space, particularly with that W, to get onto the dragon first.
That arm now coming on over. The Javelin Toss just wide. Dragon about to get very low, but not gone down over the wall. Goes Crying, gets a good charm onto Xiao Hao, but the Dragon now secured. Smolder's ultimate comes across. Fantastic steadfast presence. Stops one, getting his into the backside of the dive. But look at Weibo Gaming's health bars. They're all desperately low. The Javelin Toss comes along. Crying lands another charm. One into the backside, forcing Light to flash. But the Dominus still roaring her to life. A slow onto one, and the vault comes out as well. Flashing away, he does finally go down, but so many summoners blown to stop that Renekton. Xiao, who goes down as Leon pounces forward to claim another. The super Scorch Breath and the Chew not quite there, but a flash for an extra Q. And they will claim an extra kill. Huge win for Gaming with the gold lead. Yes, a lot of that is from things like Nidalee so ahead. Now the Stride Breaker slow, Leon behind. ZDZ's got nowhere to go. I think it's just ZZZ because he's being put him straight to sleep.
No flash this time. Cleanse not enough to get him out to safety, so he doesn't even pop it. This is what happens when you're playing a Quinn from behind without significant vision. You need to...
Quickness being down in trade is still a relatively heavy cost. Especially because we didn't lead any kills, but now one in the back line has found a wonderful flank angle. Fantastic headbutt pulverized. Smolder's mother comes flying, but the turnaround is huge. And of course, one's not in yet because he couldn't get over the wall as freely as he was hoping. They've lost the cow.
One fails his E into the wall and didn't have flash, so bot side, you have maxed out Harry, you have 3 items, you are absolutely shredding. This energized build is absolutely bullcrap.
Just one blows everything, cannot get far enough away. All the mid-game shenanigans from this Renekton attacking the Quinn suddenly feel a long, long way away.
So once you start proccing Fleet Footwork and Storm Razor, your movement speed is absolutely disgusting, and this is why you pick the Quinn into the Renekton. The early laning phase is good, the late game doesn't get much better for the Renekton, and with that, behind enemy lines now, ZDZ walking back towards the Baron, looking to make it a 5v4.
Charm lands, headbutt comes on through,
Assassination.
very low, looking to the backside, ZDZ onto one, Dragon not quite down, and now ZDZ's in danger, not quite in the execute just now. The Crypt Bloom procs on top of it all, Light flying forwards though, could still be a threat. ZDZ done enough regardless, no he hasn't because Arn just picks up absolutely everyone.
The hard work was done in the side lane, and then the double carries of ZDZ and Light both.
That go too deep, get punished, give over a load of kills. Now you got a 4-0-2 Smolder who has just got Baron to their name, and now how's Quinn going to shove into that?
And this one's particularly hard for Weibo, right? They came off of a victory against JDG, and it looked good. Charm lands under turret.
Oh, alongside Smolder's ultimate. Oh, down for the count. Oh, Lord Almighty. They finally killed him, though. Light gets him this time. Wait. The dragon is down. This means the fight can continue. ZDC, though, on the other side. Now free firing in Invictus Gaming. They overshot, and Weibo trade back just fine.
Oh, what is this game? Every time I'm like, okay, this team's in the advantage. They're going to be surely winning this next fight. Champion really in this game. Nidalee, half of a poke champion because hitting the space is so difficult. There goes Crying.
What's the flash out of Xiaohu again? Crying's done that a lot, but honestly, it feels like Xiaohu's flash being down is pretty much the only prize he's gotten with the charms in a little while outside of a good charm under the tower into Xiaohao. That's the ultimate from
Soul.
Still got it going down. Chris down very low. So teleport in now, coming flying through. Soul secured. That will mean there's no real fight. The steadfast presence comes on through. One still looking to get to the backline, but Invictus Gaming do not find what they came for. Burn the teleport, and Weibo this time are quick enough
And down targets.
trying to get that. The initial sneeze goes wide. Smolder's mother comes flying on in, gets a bit of a chunk onto light. Big stun there. One went in, but immediately is forced away with the keeper's verdict. Flash down to his name as well. Flash back out from Arn, trying to keep alive. Now he gets to start turning around with the Nidalee, who hits the javelin toss, gets the initial kill. Into the backline they go to big knocker, but they can't follow up on any kills. Wink, desperately low, does go down as Light picks that one up, but trying to get a reset is Crying, who is down at about 100 HP.
Wait, ZDC can just fly after them. He's got his
Valor
Valor again.
Over the wall, he can start looking over, flashes over the wall, Arn's there, being attacked with the Harriers, claims the dragon, is looking like St. George over here. All of the health bars too low to work with. Invictus Gaming not living up to their namesake. They cannot find victory here. Weibo Gaming win the 5v5.
They win the 5v5, but how quickly can they push the lane, go in towards these objectives? IG, I don't think it is nearly as easy for them now to go towards the Baron. Weibo now starting it up. One has teleported in 15 seconds, but that might be too late.
Down to half HP. Wink is around, Crying's around, Leyen is around, but without a flash, and the Baron's gone. There's double 80 carries. It's 39 minutes into the game. We're
Pushing in all of these lanes, using the rest of that Baron buff to just be a threat across the map. IG, they do not want to give up Elder. They cannot give up Elder.
one being kind of kept away from the fight by ZDZ makes it another 4v4 they have to manage.
So ZDZ, again, he's just not going towards the Elder. IG are now forced to go towards the Elder. Poppyl does not get rid of the important targets. The Baron's still on.
And the Elder Dragon being taken, that time by Leon. That means Wayne can potentially look to go on in. ZDZ still winning out in the base. Yes, they got the Elder, but what about the fight afterwards? Like, just about alive, trying to go forwards his on, and they're going to at least get back to base with the teleport. ZDZ still here, Crying, having to respond, and Light kills at least two. Becomes a 2-for-1 and a next.
Again, another swing and a miss.
Appreciate him looking. It does force Light's ultimate out though, and that's a fairly big prize in and of itself. One as well claims the tier 2, and with the Elder Dragon still just about on. Invictus Gaming is still pretty threatening here. And they go looking ahead. Oh, what engage! They managed to go top of the Nidalee. Wink desperately low, goes forward. The headbutt pulverize will be minced meat for it. Crying, throws out an orb of deception. But I think it might be just an orb of desperation at this point. Look at ZDZ.
When's the next mantra cube? Xiaohu will one-shot.
Could do a lot of damage, ZDZ. Down to the GA. One goes into the backline, beginning to spin around. The culling of the meek begins. ZDZ vaulting away. One low on, nearly out, is taken down. Light gets the kills. Down to the GA is one, and they're overshoved. Elder Dragon be damned.
Elder falls off, and they cannot finish the game. The thing is, the wave against the Smolder, 20 seconds left. Wink no ultimate. I think this has got to be it.
Surely, none of the wave clearers here. The final Nexus turret is down on Weibo Gaming against the run of play, against the narrative of the split. Smolder loses, and it's against a Quinn top lane.
A Quinn top lane that loses early game carries the late. Xiaohu carries the late with his mantra Qs as well. As Weibo come off of a victory.
So, the global power that Invictus Gaming have drafted between the Cannon Barrage and the Dawning Shadow, and even things like Ari and Maokai's extended engagement response ranges.
That leaves the one on a bit of an island. It's not going to be enough to look for this dive again. Very, very intricate kind of play around vision here to make sure that this topside dive could come into a win.
Just face check the volley bear. That's so roughly, and we'll need to look to get over the wall. Flashes immediately, but so does Xiaohao, and makes it a very difficult point. A flash forward, and the W of First Blood goes the way of ZDZ.
Fantastic play by supports with just like rage and a pro play, and then just like look at this, he's rage clearing minion. Wink, he's such an angry player. Yeah. This guy stealing all the farm and dying for it.
You know, he's going to throw down the ultimate. Actually, maybe the turnaround here is pretty good. Does actually look like he falls anyway. And the moment you start memeing, the guy falls down. Should not really deserve it with the farm, is he?
Exactly. If you're going to farm them
that way. And they are kind of quite happy to be scaling, in fairness, when you've got yourself Gangplank and Senna. And you've got yourself the Nidalee as well, who really wants to get that first item come online. Light, though, could be in danger here. They're going to throw out Nature's Advance, doing their best to make things dangerous as they do get some damage back, as Light just keeps trading back and just wins the 1v1. Now Quinn is here, but I think it's going to be a little too late. They do get the kill, but checked. I paused and still got it wrong.
It's the
I don't know why.
The Nature's thing.
Grass.
It's
twisted.
Xiaohao might ult towards topside, has flash, he's going to go towards it, can't go onto the GP with the oranges. Here comes the wall.
Trying to make the damage happen, flashing away. The damage back is pretty good. Xiaohao pretty low. They do get the kill.
Wink.
But now the turnaround is pretty good as Wink goes in, but he's very deep. Damage onto one who's on the wrong end of some threaded volleys. Crisp is here as well. And Invictus Gaming just cannot survive.
Not just yet. Lian goes forward, but he can't go into the Renekton stun. And Xiaohao, this
So it ends up being a relatively even trade for now. There'll be a W up from Quinn, but remember the slice and the dice is going to be available. The ult popped from Cryin, once again forced out of these side lanes. A lot of running away with the Ahri ultimate over the last 2 games.
Yeah, and this is now going to be such a nasty combo. This is basically the payoff for that mid lane play earlier, which blew the flash of Arn and Wink in the mid lane. Didn't lead to kills, but it leads to them handily winning this fight. No way to reposition IG. They needed to wait until items, but they weren't given an option. Serious credit to
Senna's just not working right now. The Dawning Shadow is pretty good though, and they have managed to survive a little bit.
camera
CDZ
rush.
not here. Crisp goes down. That's not the best target ever. There's 1-for-1 right now, but Cryin locked up proves problematic. ZDZ in the backline with a slice and dice from the guards brings Lian down to boot. When managing to dodge a lot of the skill shots, but there's just too much consistent DPS. You can't dodge autos.
They don't have the items. They just didn't manage to stall out long enough. I think basically after Lian got red in the early game and Xiaohao got that first kill, IG's early game fell apart. They could never stall out to the point where they wanted to. Arn, taken down by Xiaohao, pops the emote. It has been a clean game number 2 after Xiaohao read Lian's early pathing. They just kept up the full court press. It has not been close since.
Ocean Soul, an additional 10 kills over Invictus Gaming, so many towers, now Baron as well. This game looking so difficult to manage. I don't think any scaling in the world is going to come online in time now.
So when you are this far behind in the game, you're going to see desperation plays. You know, not great set of ultimates from IG. I think the Cannon Barrage is actually fine. It ends up allowing Arn to go into a decent position, but you're not there with the barrels at the start of the play because this is a bit of a snap play. This isn't a play which IG really wanted to explode in the way that they wanted to. It's been a very difficult game for IG in terms of like trying to keep up the pace of things. Weibo, credit to them for making this a difficult game. I don't think this is all on IG. I think that the early game pathing from Liam was read very, very well from Weibo. But this is the problem with this composition. If the Nidalee is not able to keep your lanes kind of stable, what are you picking the Nidalee for? You should have picked a champion that could play early game a lot more easy. Got to teleport in. Last gasp. Here comes Wink. He's going to run straight into light and probably die for free.
Boy. That's so much damage. Now they're just teleporting in turn. Wink's flashing away. Having thrown down the Nature's Grasp. On the other side, it's a 3v4. The Invictus Gaming losing. ZDZ on this Renekton. Such a monster. Lian goes down. That Nidalee dies in a pretty distinctive fashion. ZDZ now in danger. The Cannon Barrage did pop out the Sterex, but over the Weaver's Wall comes Cryin. Well, he's living up to his namesake, but there's no point crying over spilt games. This one's over for the losing. Arn gets one back, but now one trying to trade back out. He's still getting knocked over the grand entrance, doing a fair amount of work back, but Light just flashes forwards, and he murders a couple more.
Light snuffs out the light in the eyes of Invictus Gaming. It has not been a close game. Invictus Gaming, they could have seen themselves up to a very, very strong finish in the LPL regular season. They could have seen themselves into top 6, maybe even further, but they've slid down the standings. They sub in one as trying to be a stopgap measure. YSKM was not doing it for the team. One comes in, and he sadly cannot finish things off better. Weibo looked to finish maybe even as top 6.
They had us in the first half, but in the latter half of the split, Weibo Gaming well and truly online. They have made their way not just into playoffs, but that little bit.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.